wearing number 1, Ava Wagner. The 5'4" junior point guard, wearing number 2, Brooklyn Dennis. The 5'10" point guard, junior, wearing number 11, Ella Dimler. And guard, the 5'5" senior, wearing number 13, Jenna Goldberg. And in the middle, a 6-foot junior, 23, Allison Wheeler. Mary Beth Thura heads up the Little Giant bench, assisted by Jay Irving and Elsa Correa. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Macomb Bombers. And guard, a 5'4" junior, wearing number 1, Kylie Robinson. At guard, a sophomore, 5'4", wearing number 3, Sophie Wilson. At guard, a 5'6" junior, wearing number 5, Catherine Stormson. At guard, a junior, 5'5", wearing number 10, Drew Creasy. And in the middle, a 5'9" sophomore, wearing number 24, Aaliyah Abernathy. Jackson Kane heads up the Bomber bench, assisted by John Pinnell and Abby Schaefer. Your officials for tonight's contest are Peach Johnson, Dave Hesley, and Greg Johnston.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to, as I hit the right button, welcome to the Washington Street Gym here in Macomb, Illinois, as it is Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett. I need to start this game over. Young starting lineup for the Bombers: Kylie Robinson, a sophomore; Sophie Wilson, a senior; Catherine Stortson, and Canton right off the bat gets the first bucket. And a steal. And just like that, the Bombers down by 2. Drew Creasy picks up her first foul. I believe the first bucket happened so quick, I missed who it was. I believe it was number 11, Dimler. First free throw by Brooklyn Dennis is off, no good. So we're just 10 seconds into this one, and the Bombers already have their first foul. Dennis hits one of 2 free throws. That nearly got tipped in on a cross-court pass. Down it goes. Shot up and in by Goforth. And just that quickly, the Bombers want a timeout. It's the first timeout of the contest for either team. 7:33, and the Bombers take a 30-second timeout. We'll try to get over the starters now as action picked up so quickly. Kylie Robinson, number 1. Sophie Wilson, number 3. Catherine Stortson, number 5. Drew Creasy, number 10. And Aaliyah Abernathy, number 24. Your starters here tonight for the Bombers. For the visiting Canton Little Giants, Ava Wagner, number 1. Number 2 is Brooklyn Dennis. She's already got 1 point. Skipped across, and the Bombers are going to break the press one more time. Creasy brought it up. Jenna Goforth. Ella Dimler is the number 11. Goforth is number, and they're going to call Dimler on the foul. Be her first, team's first. A couple free throws coming here for the Bombers. Number 5, that is Catherine Stortson, Kate Stortson. First free throw's off, no good. Second one is good. Bombers are on the scoreboard, trailing 5-1. The final starter is Allison Wheeler. And speaking of Wheeler, there's a 3. It's good. Allison Wheeler hits the triple, and it's 8-1. Canton with the lead. Stortson trying to find a person to get it into. She finally does get it in to Robinson. Now back to Stortson. She pushes up the floor, and she gets caught in the side corner. Picked up by Dennis. Now it goes down to Dimmler. Dimmler now is going to try and drive, spin move, puts it up in the left hand. It's good. Dimmler has 4. And a steal back the other way as Eva Wagner. Wegner had it. Winger, excuse me. Dimmler to Winger. Winger for a long 2, off no good. Rebound to Creasy, and she'll take it back the other way for the Bombers. 6:12 remaining here in the first quarter. Both teams have 1 foul. Wilson with it. Left side, Creasy. Down to Robinson. Spin, fade away, off no good. Didn't even get rim, unfortunately, and it's going to be Goforth taking it back. Now to Dimmler, over in the corner. Go skips it across. Winger for 3. It's good. All 5 starters have already scored for the Little Giants. Robinson against this press. Bombers have broke it relatively easy, but haven't been able to take advantage. Abernathy goes down the corner. Wilson picks back up. Stortsom for 3. It's off, no good. A rebound. Taken back the other way. It's going to be Wheeler throwing it up off the glass. No good. Gets her own rebound. Put back is good. Wheeler has 5 points. Robinson pushes it up the near side now. Wilson. Skip across. Creasy for 3. It's off, no good. Rebound to Winger, and back the other way it goes. It's going to go to Dimmler. Dimmler skips it across Dennis. 3 on the way. In and out, no good. That was Goforth, and rebounded. And taken back the other way, it's Creasy with it. 4:35 remaining. It's 15-1. Canton with the lead. Down low, Abernathy. Blocked, but the hand in the back draws the foul for Allison Wheeler. Alea Abernathy going to be at the free throw line to shoot 2. Second foul on Canton. First foul on Wheeler. Abernathy's first free throw is good. Bombers have 2 points, both from the free throw line. That one's short and stolen away by Robinson as Dimmler got the rebound, and then Dimmler is going to pick up the foul. And that looked like a whole lot of basketball, but Dimmler is going to get the foul nonetheless. It's her second. Wilson drives, a layup's good. Sophie Wilson gets her first 2 of the varsity contest. Dennis nearly traveled, gives it to Dimmler. Number 12 is Emma Turner. Ava Winger hits the triple. She's got 6. Robinson drives and put the runner up and good. She's got her first 2. Nice drive, but can't finish for Wheeler. 3 on the way by Dennis is long, no good. Rebound to Creasy. 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Tipped away, and she'll get it to Wilson. Wilson will push it back up the far side. 2:55 remaining now. Here in the first quarter. Donna Stortsom, thanks for joining us. PA watching. We appreciate you watching as much as you appreciate us broadcasting, I guarantee it. Foul is going to be on number 1, Ava Winger, her first. Oh, they called it on Dennis, excuse me, not Winger. Her first also. Team foul number 4 on Canton. 2:45 remaining. Bombers will be shooting free throws the rest of the way on any fouls, except for player control fouls. 3 on the way is short. That was shot by Hallie Emmerich. Emmerich, a junior. Dennis with it now. Corner. Winger, 3, wants her third one, and she got it. She's got 9. Long shot off, no good. Rebound to Dennis off the floor. Abernathy hit the floor. She gets up, all is okay. 1:52 remaining. Three on the way, off, no good. Rebound is to Wheeler. Now she hits the triple, her second. She's got 7. Make it an 8. Emmerich. Shot by Wilson is no good. Goes off of Creasy, out of bounds. Checking in for the Bombers, number 23 is Kennedy Allensworth. Checking in for Canton, number 13 is Jenna Goforth. In for the first time is number 15, Michaelin Correa. (24-6) here in the first quarter as we approach the 1-minute mark. Dennis, left side, Turner, Correa, now Dennis with it again. Left side, down low, shot up and in by the sophomore, Emma Turner. Wilson, a little jab step and a drive, and gets the bucket to fall. Wilson's got 4. Turner gets another bucket. Robinson with it. 7 seconds. Allensworth, right side. Emmerich. Stortson blocks by number 13, Jenna Goforth, and that's how the quarter ends, 28-8. The lead for Canton. We'll take our first break, and we'll be back. Actually, we'll keep it here. Let you folks at home see the Bomber cheerleaders as they come out on the floor. Good to have the pep band and the cheerleaders here tonight. Tell you, this game is being brought to you by Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling. Since 1960, Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling has provided the greater Macomb area with expert sales, service, and installation of quality home comfort systems. Call your local Carrier dealer today at 309-833-2852 and find out how Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling delivers 365 days of indoor comfort. And Sports Corner at 124, Macomb's original local sports bar, is Sports Corner at 124. With a focus on local sports, catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124. All while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Speaking of the best food, they have some great specials. On Tuesday, that's tomorrow night, $5.95 cheeseburgers, a single cheeseburger. Wednesdays, they still have the $1 wings. You can try that dry, rub sriracha if you're into that kind of stuff. And Thursday night, steak night, 5 to 9, fresh cut, ugly steaks and ribeyes. So make sure you get over there and check out Sports Corner at 124. Drew Creasy with it. 7:45 as we've entered the second quarter. I did not advance it yet. We'll do that. Down to Allensworth. She turns around. Her shot is blocked partially by number 10, Natalie Downing. Turner with it. Up top, Korea. Left side it goes to Goforth. 3 on the way. Dennis is good. I thought it was Dennis. I'm going to give it to Dennis. It was Dennis. Turnover. Up top, Turner. Now to Goforth. Korea. A little Euro step, and the basket's good. Korea gets her first 2. Emmerich drives and gets the layup to fall for the Bombers. Turnover back to the Bombers. 33-10 here, 6:25 to go in the second quarter. Line change coming in for the Little Giants. Dimmler is back in. Wheeler is back in. Winger is back in. Also ends number 32, Rachel Perry. 3 on the way, off no good for the Bombers. And with the rebound was Grace Spencer. Jump ball will stay with the Canton Little Giants. 6:20 to go. So Spencer's in number 21 in this game. She wore number 14 in the JV contest. Ball is inbounded to Dimmler. Oh, nice behind the back as Dimmler is going to give it off to Wheeler. Wheeler on the dribble now. Spencer over to Dimmler. Wheeler, baseline. Spencer, she's going to drive. Goes across to Winger. Corner, Wheeler for 3. It's off, no good. Rebound to Kennedy Allensworth. Robinson on the dribble. 5:42 remaining in the first half. Stolen away. Dimmler pushes it back the other way. Dimmler spins into the lane, puts the shot up. She's fouled. First foul of the quarter on the Bombers. Not sure who they're going to call it on. 23, Kennedy Allensworth picks up the foul. Her first. Team's first of the fourth quarter or the second quarter. Dimmler at the free throw line. Hits the first. Dimmler has 5 points now. Make it 6. She hits both free throws. Robinson walks it up for the Bombers. 5:23 remaining in the first half. She's going to drive, pull up jumper, about 12 feet, off no good. Dead off the back iron. Rebounded to Canton. Now Wheeler's going to push it up. Skips it across. Spencer, long free throw lane jumper, off no good. Wheeler from Dimmler. That was Perry. Now it's over in the hands of Winger. Back to Spencer. Perry with it again. Cutting is Winger. Out in the corner it goes to Wheeler. Baseline. She gets a little push. Dumped back out to Winger. To Perry. Perry skips it across to Spencer for 2. No good. Rebound by Emmerich. 4:45 remaining here in the first half. Robinson wanted to step back 3. Didn't take it over Dimmler. Going to come to Stortsom. Back to Robinson. 4:33 remaining in the first half. Sophie Wilson with it. Allensworth puts up the left-handed shot. Good for Kennedy Allensworth. Allensworth has her first two. 3 on the way. Winger. It's her fourth winger. If their fourth 3, she's got 12 points. Tipped away, picked back up by Robinson. Lost her dribble, gives it to Wilson. Pump fake. She's guarded by Wheeler, who has about 6 inches on her. Robinson wants the 3, still can't take it over Dimmler. Back to Wilson, now to Emmerich. Right side Stortham's going to drive on Winger. Up top to Robinson for 3. The Sports Corner 3 off the mark, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Kennedy Allensworth. Possession to Canton. Jordan Hines, number 4 in the varsity contest, checking in, replacing Robinson as they try to get a little bit bigger. 3:32 remaining. Perry down low. Pump fake, puts the shot up. Off, no good. They call her for the travel. 38-12 is the score. Canton leads Macomb. You're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Emmerich with it. Hines. Wilson. Now back to Emmerich. Wilson again. Now back to Allensworth onto the floor. Jump ball should stay with Macomb. It will. 3:09 to go. 3:09 to go here in the first half. Another line change for Canton. As Dennis, Turner, Goforth, Korea, and counted in a foul, as I believe Turner is going to get the foul. Emmerich's going to get the bucket. Fet 12 fouled 12. Emmerich gets the bucket for the Bombers. She's got 4, and she'll have an old-fashioned 3-point play attempt coming. Checking in for the Bombers, number 2, Kendall Danner. Robinson back in as well. No, that's not Robinson. It's Creasy back in. Emmerich, old-fashioned 3-point play is good. She's got 5 points. Korea, far side it goes to Goforth. Korea again. Well, it's actually Downing over there. Excuse me, number 10. I can't read the number very well. There was Goforth. Korea. Out to Downing. She'll try the 3. It's good. Natalie Downing's got a 3. During our halftime interview with MDH, I'll go back and count as now ball is tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bombers. I'll count how many 3s if I can try to do that, but they've had a bunch, have the Little Giants. Hines drives on Korea. Emmerich with a 10-foot line as we approach 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Right side, Emmerich. Back up to Stortsom. Stortsom drives, dumps it off to Emmerich. Still on the right side. Has been over there quite a while. Creasy with it. She gives it off to Danner. Now it's tipped away. Korea comes down with it, and Hines is going to pick up the foul. Second on the Bombers in the quarter. First on Hines. Goforth is going to inbound it for Canton. Going to have to get it in pretty quick. She finally does get it into Dennis with 1:40 remaining in the first half. Creasy tipped that one away, but Dennis was able to go back and get it. No over and back as it was tipped. Oh, give and go, and can't finish. Was Goforth. Downing found her. It wasn't actually Goforth that passed it to her. It was just cutting without the basketball wide open, but couldn't finish for Goforth. 1:18 remaining in the first half. Good motion by the Bombers. Creasy, Robinson, nope, Stortzum, excuse me. She's blocked, stolen away. Back the other way it comes on the hand of Goforth. Little Euro step, lays that one up and can't finish. Correa gets the rebound, she's blocked. Dennis gets the rebound, it's off no good. And it's going to go off of Downing, out of bounds, possession of the Bombers. 41-15 is the score. Canton with the lead here as we are under 1 minute to go in the first half. Stortzum to Abernathy, who's back in the game. Danner, right side, Creasy. Looked at the three, didn't take it. Now she's double teamed. Gives it to Danner, and she gets called for the travel. 38.3 seconds remaining. The cat craziness has started in the chat again. Downing, left side. Turner to Correa. Shot up, and can she continue? She can't. She had 5 old-fashioned three-point play attempts in the first game, in the JV game. She'll get 2 free throws here, though. Emmerich picks up her first, team's third of the second quarter. Correa continues to struggle from the free throw line, as she was 2 for 6 from the free throw line. Make it 2 for 7, excuse me. She missed both of those. Stortzum picks up her dribble with 15 seconds left here in the first half. Emmerich. Stortzum to Abernathy, goes to the rack, and she's blocked. Dennis, 2 seconds. Goforth, long three, good! Jenna Goforth hits the triple. At the half, it's 44-15. Canton with the lead over Macomb High. We'll take a break, and we'll be back in 7 or 8 minutes. You're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome once again, as we're happy to. As you know, MDH is our title sponsor here on TSSR Game Time Live, and we're here with Lindsay Douglas, the Director of Physician and Provider Recruitment. I about left out provider out of that. So physician and provider recruitment here at MDH. It's a huge mouthful for me, so explain to us what that is.
Sure. So I am in charge of bringing in candidates for both physician and provider positions here at MDH. So provider meaning anything like nurse practitioner, advanced practice nurse practitioner, physician assistant, things like that. So I source those candidates, bring them in, and try to find the best providers and physicians to provide care at our facility.
So you found a home at MDH. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? How long have you been here? Stuff
Sure.
like that.
So I am from Macomb originally. I graduated from Macomb High in 2009, graduated from WIU in 2014, studied communication there, and started my career in politics and worked for a couple different state representatives and state senators. Then found myself in the educational realm for a little while at the Regional Office of Education, and eventually found myself here at MDH. I started here in February of this past year. I started out as patient advocate, and this role opened up, and I'm now in the role of Director of Physician and Provider Recruitment.
Obviously, McDonough District Hospital, very important to Macomb.
Sure.
And it's the communities, not only of Macomb, but Bushnell, Colchester, Blandonsville, Industry. You're from here. So what was it that drew you back here and got you to stay here at MDH?
So MDH is like home to me. I am a 4th generation MDH employee. So my great grandma Nancy Weaver was one of the first nurses that they hired when the hospital opened in 1958. My grandma started working here maybe 10 to 15 years after that. She started as a CNA on acute care, and then she worked in peds, and eventually she worked as the unit secretary for home health and hospice, and she retired from that position after being at MDH for a total of 50 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah. My mom is here as an administrative secretary. She's Brian's administrative assistant. And so I'm now here as a 4th generation employee of the hospital. So it was kind of a thing where I always thought I might end up at MDH just because of that family legacy of working in healthcare.
So before we came on camera, I heard a story. You guys were at a speaker recently, and you got to be there with your mom.
Yeah.
Does that make it really special to be a part of MDH, to still have your mom working here?
It's so cool. My mom is down the hall from me. So if I need something in the middle of the day, I can run down the hall and grab her. But it's also just cool to think about like the legacy that leaves in the community, especially being 4th generation and female. I think that's just a really special thing for my family and for this community here.
So as we look at those kind of, you have a personal connection here. How do you use those personal connections when you're out trying to recruit a physician or a provider?
Sure. So I use the story a lot of my office, actually. So I'm in room 318, which was a room for patients at one time, and now they've converted it into an office space. And one of my favorite stories to tell physicians is that my great grandma was sick in the hospital and was in that room, and that's where my grandma was recruited to join MDH. So my grandma had no plans of working in healthcare, but she was taking care of her mom as a sick patient, and the nurse at the time came to her and was like, "You are such a great caretaker. Why are you not a nurse? Why are you not doing this as your full-time occupation?" And so my grandma decided that healthcare would be her lifetime and like 50 years. And so she started working for MDH and was recruited right out of my office. So I just find that to be a really special connection when I'm looking to bring people to this community. Like, the recruitment started in this office 50 years ago, and here I am starting a whole new legacy of recruiting people. And I just am so passionate about this community, and I just love living here. I moved back here from Quincy, chose to raise our family here just because we really love Macomb, and we really love being in McDonough County.
So obviously the personal touch, you got the great personal story, you love Macomb. What does MDH offer to the providers and the physicians? What's the sales point for you on the professional level?
So because we're a small rural healthcare organization, your voice is heard here much louder than when you're in a large organization. So when you're in one of those larger hospital systems, you might be one of 15 to 20 providers in a specialty. At MDH, you might be one of 2, you might be one of 1. And so your voice in that medical staff office is going to be the loudest one in the room about your specialty. And that's a really unique situation for a physician to be, the main voice for speaking for pediatrics or for speaking for orthopedics or whatever that specialty is. You're it. You're the guy. You're the one providing the care for the whole community. And you don't get that if you go to a large healthcare organization.
So those bonuses are probably obstacles in some cases as well.
Sure.
So how do you overcome those obstacles?
It really depends on the provider. If someone is really wanting to be in a place where they're just in the background, they don't want to be that main voice, I kind of have to tell them, this is unique. It's a unique community where you're going to go out into Walmart to get your groceries and run into one of your patients, and you're not going to find that everywhere. And that might be scary for you, thinking about, well, I don't want to mess somebody's care up and then run into them and have to explain it to all of Walmart. But it's just, you can also sell that as you're not going to go to Chicago and work somewhere where you're going to run into your patients every day.
Well, Lindsay, I appreciate you coming and talking to us today. Hopefully some people can understand more about MDH and how it's such a family-oriented business and so important to McDonough County and the surrounding area. Keep doing a good job, and maybe your little girl that wanted that 100 chicken nuggets can be the next generation to join MDH.
Exactly.
Well, we'll be back after halftime here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
And welcome back to Washington Street Gym in Macomb, Illinois. It's 44-15. Dante Drake, thanks for joining us, bud. It's a little lopsided here. 9 threes for Canton, the Little Giants, in the first half. And they were hitting everything they were putting up, and the Bombers trail by 29. And I'm going to let you listen to the pep band as the Bomber pep band is in the house for a minute, so we'll let you hear them as they finish out the halftime here. 9 threes for Canton. Looks like the band is done for the half. A little bit of half pan as the I have Winger for 12 points. Justice just announced her for 12. I have her for 4 threes. She may have had 1-2 in there according to Justice, but I have her for 4 threes, 12 points. 4 points for Brooklyn Dennis, 3 points for Natalie Downing, 6 points for Ella Dimmler, 4 points for Emma Turner, 5 points for Jenna Goforth, 2 points for Michaelin Correa, and 7 points for Allison Wheeler. As we are underway here in the third quarter, and Wheeler to Winger. As we'll get the third quarter started off here. Near side Winger again. Dennis now with it as they are back with the starters. Dennis tried to go across to Wheeler, and there to take it away was Abernathy for the Bombers. So we go back the other way. Robinson with it. This Canton team, if they shoot like that all the time, they'll be tough to beat, as they are really shooting the ball pretty well here at Washington Street Gym tonight against the Macomb High Bombers. Creasy to Wilson, out to Robinson. She's going to drive now, dump it out. Stortson pull-up jumper, left elbow, off, no good. Winger with the rebound, and back the other way it goes. Wheeler. 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Dennis. Creasy swipes it away. Robinson to Stortson. Left-handed layup, hard off the glass, no good. Picked up off the floor finally by Stortson. She comes to Creasy, who barely got a hand on it to track it down. Now Robinson's going to drive. She's going to put up the flow runner. It's good. Bombers get the first 2 points of the third quarter, and they have cut the lead to 44-17. Three on the way by Dennis is off, no good. Dante Drake, it is a very nice secondary gymnasium, and it's the original gymnasium. It's an old gym. If you could see the roof, it's an awesome circular-topped, wood-framed ceiling here. It's a gorgeous gym here at the old Macomb High School, which is also now the reverse layup by Creasy is good. It is also the Spoon River College here now at the moment. Creasy has 3 points. Abernathy, shot up and good. Bombers starting the quarter off much stronger. Stolen away. Haley Emmerich returning. Robinson takes a seat. 4:57 to go here in the third quarter. Stortzum gave it off to Wilson. Emmerich's going to drive. Her layup's good. Emmerich has 7 points. Looks like a different basketball team. Do the Bombers here in the second half. Winger. Wheeler off the glass, no good. Abernathy with the rebound. Creasy did everything she could to keep from double dribbling that one or carrying it. And there's a steal by Dimmler. Going to outlet it to Goforth. Goforth's left-handed layup is off, no good. Picked up off the floor by Wilson. Under 4 minutes to go now in the third quarter. Creasy with it. And her shot's off, no good. Boy, Dennis was carrying that ball on every dribble with her left hand. Foul's going to be on Creasy. Her second, team first. Dimmler drives, puts up the shot. Count it. No basket. They're going to call the foul early on Stortzum. Stortzum gets the foul. Stortzum's second. Her first, team second, excuse me. Kennedy Allensworth is in. Winger trying another triple. It's off, no good. Downey, no, that's Perry over there. Had the rebound tied up with Emmerich. Jump ball to Macomb. (46-23). Now they have a newer, nicer secondary gym if you want the middle school gym, which is right next door to Macomb High now. They got a beautiful gym for the middle school as well, but this is a secondary high school gym here at Washington Street Gym. It's about probably, I don't know, mile and a half from the high school. It's where the girls play most of their basketball games and volleyball plays here. Postseason stuff and tournaments are played at the high school, but otherwise the regular season stuff's all played here at Washington Street Gym for the girls. Robinson dumps it off corner. Creasy three, no good. Tipped away from behind as it was Goforth who had it. Another jump ball. Possession goes to Canton this time with 3:12 remaining in the third quarter. Timeout on the floor. Charge to the Bombers. We'll take a break as well and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
And a timeout was charged to Macomb. There was a jump ball. It will be Canton basketball. 46-23, 3:12 remaining here. You're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
correction on the floor. Macomb had. There is a correction on the floor. Macomb had a.
They gave the Bombers the timeout.
Macomb had the timeout before the jump ball. There is no jump ball. It will be Macomb basketball out of bounds.
Well, I guess it's 46-23. It probably doesn't matter, but we've seen crazier things happen. Inbound, Abernathy can't finish. Rebound, Perry had it tipped away by Abernathy, but it's there to pick it up was Wheeler, and she'll push it back the other way. 3 minutes remaining here in quarter number 3, and then Wheeler throws it away. Onto the floor it goes. Perry comes up with it. Winger now. Right side, Goforth. Back up top, Dimmler. Dimmler, a little hesitation step, and she'll get the bucket to fall. Only 4 points scored by Little Giants, and there's the jump ball between Winger and Abernathy. Possession will go to the Little Giants. Hines checks in, Abernathy checks out. Dimmler has 8 points, unofficially. Now she's going to have it tipped away. Creasy has it knocked away out of bounds by Dimmler. It'll be Bomber basketball with 2:24 remaining in the third quarter. It's getting a little sloppy here in the second half, which seems to be playing a little into the Bombers' hands. Robinson gives it to Allensworth. Left side, Emmerich. Emmerich double teamed up there, picks up her dribble. She's got problems. Going to come to Robinson. Robinson goes across to Creasy. She's blocked by Dimmler. Dimmler gets the rebound and goes back the other way. 1:55 remaining to Winger. To Dimmler, right side Wheeler. Now on over to the right side, Goforth. Looks to drive, backs it back out. 1:45 remaining. Goforth on the handoff from Wheeler. Now a backdoor cut as now another jump ball is going to be called. Dimmler was down on the ground with it. She tried to go behind the back, I think, and it was knocked away. It's possession of the Bomber. Line change coming in for Canton as Turner, Dennis, Downing, Correa, and also number 21, Grace Spencer, coming in for the Little Giants. 1:23 remaining third quarter. Shot by Robinson is up and in. Robinson unofficially has got 6 points. Correa with it now. Skips across. Downing. Dennis. 1 minute remaining in the third quarter. 9 minutes of basketball left, and Allensworth is going to pick up the foul. Correa will be at the free throw line. She's 0 for 2 here in the game. She's 2 for 9 in the 2 games tonight. She makes that one. And she makes the second as well. 50-25. Allensworth. Spencer comes up with the missed shot. Dennis now is going to push it up. She's going to come to Turner. Down to Correa, to Spencer. Now back to Correa as it was knocked away. 30 seconds remaining. Third quarter. Downing with it to Correa. 25 seconds. Tipped away by Creasy. She's going to go down to Allensworth. Allensworth, right-handed layup is good. She had the right English on that one to get it to fall. Kennedy Allensworth gets the bucket to fall. Now the Bombers get a steal. Emmerich with it from Robinson, and she loses it out of bounds. Kennedy Allensworth has 4 points. Out of bounds to the Little Giants, 9.2 seconds remaining. Hines knocks it away. It stays with Canton. That'll be on the sideline on the inbound now. As it was tipped in the field of play. Stolen away by Emmerich. Given to Creasy. Layup good. And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Bombers have cut the lead down but to 21. They trail by 29 at the half. Game being brought to you by Pond Plus. Pond Plus is proud to have served Macomb and the surrounding area for over 20 years. Providing cash for most items of value, Pond Plus is the area's largest seller of used items, including firearms. They also provide on-site jewelry repair and are open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday. They have a great selection of jewelry, electronics, tools, and video games located at 324 West Jackson Street in Macomb between Erico and Taco Bell. And Ron Elby Auto Sales with locations in Macomb and Augusta. With 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop and talk to the fine folks at Ron Elby Auto Sales. Stop in and see Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit them www.lbsellscars.com to check out their inventory. And McDonough District Hospital Athletic Trainers MDH Rehabilitation Center with locations in Bushnell, Macomb provide expert help to all area student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care. A hospital care. And there's Wheeler again on the backdoor cut. Can't get it to fall, and then she's going to be hammered as we've started the fourth quarter and already have our first foul. Kendall Danner picks up the foul, her first. Wheeler hits the free throw. Second one is good as well. Wheeler's got 10 points. 7:38. Stortsom over to Robinson. Bombers want a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. They'll have 2 timeouts remaining. .7:26 to go in the fourth quarter. Canton leads the Bombers 52-29. Canton had 9 3-pointers in the first half. They haven't hit any here in the second half as they have slowed down from the offensive side of things. The Bombers coming into this quarter had cut the lead by 8 in the third quarter. They won quarter number 3, but still had a long ways to go, trailing by 21 as we entered the final 8 minutes. They find themselves down by 23 now here with 7:26 to go in quarter number 4. Danner. It was tipped away. She thought Hines was getting it. Hines thought Danner was getting it. Now it comes to Robinson. Finally, Hines picked it up before half court, thankfully for the Bombers. So we approach the 7-minute mark of quarter number 4. 7 minutes remaining. Emmerich drives and it's stolen away by Winger. And she loses it, picked up by Stortsom. Stortsom, nice little crossover, goes to Robinson. Robinson puts up the shot. It's off, no good. Rebound bounces around, picked up by Danner, I think. Yeah, she does come up with it. Comes out to Emmerich, 6:45 remaining. Robinson drives, skips it out to Stortsom, who started to drive before she had control of the ball. Danner comes out. Allensworth comes in. Wilson comes in. Emmerich goes out for the Bombers. 6:39 remaining in the basketball game. That went off Perry, right to Wheeler. Goforth has it tipped away. Winger comes down with it. She gives it to Dimmler. 6:17 remaining. Floater off, no good by Goforth. Rebound to Allensworth, and Robinson brings it up for the Bombers. Shot off, no good by Allensworth. Picked up by Wheeler. Back the other way it goes. Winger, wide open three, left wing, off, no good. Hines with a rebound. Shot off, no good. Stortzum. Jumper off, no good. Dante, it's pretty early in the season. I'm not real sure who's going to be the best. Canton looked like the best here in the first half. They haven't looked quite as good here in the second. Still pretty solid, but down low. Nice ball movement. Goforth can't finish again. 5:12 to go. Saw Rock Island Alleman last week. They've got the tools, it looks like, as Robinson's going to get called for the travel. They've got the tools, it looks like, to be pretty good. They're a little north of our normal coverage area, though. I just have not seen enough girls basketball yet to know who's going to be good. Quincy Notre Dame will probably be pretty decent again. There's not a lot of height in our area as part of the deal, as Robinson gets the steal and the putback. Kylie Robinson's got 8 points. Perry with it. Wheeler backs it out. 4:30 remaining. Back door to Dimmler. Perry, long two from the right elbow, off, no good. Rebound to Hines. So we approach the halfway point. Stortzum from Robinson. Stortzum, it's her first two unofficially. Goforth down to Wheeler. Under 4 minutes to go now, at the 3:52 mark of the fourth quarter. And Perry gets called for the travel. Yeah, it's, you know, the real thing around here is numbers. As a line change comes in for Canton. Abernathy comes in for the Bombers. Hines goes out. It's Correa, Spencer, Dennis, Turner, and Downing in for Canton. The real thing is numbers, like West Prairie over here in West Central Illinois has had to go to during the regular season, they're only playing JV. They only have 2 varsity players, and they've got 6 underclassmen. So they're playing a JV-only schedule. They're not going to play any varsity regular season games at all. They'll have more girls coming up in the future, but just not a lot of numbers this year. There's Robinson, dumps it off. Abernathy for 3, off short, no good. Tipped around, picked up by Robinson. We approach the 3-minute mark. She's going to put the finger roll up, off, no good. Spencer had the rebound, outlet to Correa. Wilson tracks her down, shot up hard off the glass and good for Correa. And twisted her right ankle. I think she came down on a foot. Correa gets the bucket. She's got 6 points. 2:47 remaining in the basketball game. But yeah, it might be a wait till mid-January and see what kind of shakes out after the Christmas tournaments. Stortzum for 3. I know that the BPC tournament, the Spartan Tip-Off Classic, as Turner puts up a triple. It's off, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Robinson. It'll stay with Canton. Spartan Tip-Off Classic shook up a few things. I think Illini Bluffs came into that tournament as the favorite. They were upset by 2 2A teams in Macomb and West Hancock. West Hancock came back from 20 down to beat them in boys. And they'll all be part of the Macomb Western Holiday Tournament, which you'll be able to watch here on TSSR exclusively. And, you know, so it's so early, and kids are still getting their feet under them. And that works for girls and boys basketball. So I would imagine there's a 3 on the way by Dimmler. It's off no good. Rebound to Robinson. She'll push it back the other way. Sophie Wilson at the 2-minute mark gets the bucket to fall. Wilson has 6. Bomber foul. 24 Abernathy, I believe, picking up the foul. Spencer at the free throw line. Shooting 2. First one is good. Grace Spencer gets her first points of the night. Abernathy leaves. Looks like Danner is back in. Second one's good for Spencer as well. Stortsom over to Robinson for 3. A Sports Corner 3. It's good for Kylie Robinson. Sports Corner 3 for the Bombers. Robinson has 9. 1:15 remaining. Ball tipped away. Spencer comes down with it. Turner. Dennis skips it over to Downing. Spencer, 105. Dennis back to Dimmler. Dimmler came in when Correa went down with an ankle injury. Turner, she's going to put the floater up and in. Emma Turner gets her 6 point. Dakota Thorman, Platt, and Holdhouse coming in for the Bombers. That is Aubrey Holdhouse, Dakota Thorman. And also Lucy Platt. That's Holdhouse wearing number 41. Thorman, I believe, is wearing number. There's Perry off, no good. Spencer gets the rebound and the putback. She's got 4. And that's how the game will end. 60-38 the final. Bombers played a much better second half. I've been in the Blue Devils gymnasium one time, Dante. I never watched a basketball game there. I can't even remember what I was there for, but I was at the school and checked out the gym. It's a nice gym, but never watched a basketball game there. Have been able to call a few games at the pit at Quincy Notre Dame. That place is quite the location there. But, well, we're done here. 60-38 the final. The Bombers fall to Canton. Real quick, we'll read some stats. Unofficially, 12 points for Ava Winger. 4 points for Brooklyn Dennis, 3 points for Natalie Downing, 8 points for Ella Dimmler, 6 points for Emma Turner, 5 points for Jenna Goforth, 6 points for Michaelin Correa. Hope she's okay after twisting an ankle after her last basket. Grace Spencer had 4 points, and unofficially 10 points for Allison Wheeler. For the Bombers, 9 points for Kylie Robinson, 6 points for Sophie Wilson, 2 points for Catherine Stortsom, 5 points for Drew Creasy, 7 for Haley Emmerich, 4 points for Kennedy Allensworth and 3 points for Aaliyah Abernathy. That'll do it from Macomb High. Thank you, Dante. I appreciate it. Thanks, everybody, for watching. And, yes, Kaylee, I know I'm probably going to get a couple cats if things work the way you want them to, and I have no doubt that they will. So thanks for joining us here from Macomb High School, 60-38 the final. The Canton Little Giants get the win over Macomb High. We've got BPC basketball tomorrow night, as well as TSSR is broadcasting the Western Illinois game. The women are back in town. If you want to watch some great women's basketball, they play Chicago State tomorrow night at Western Hall on the campus of Western Illinois University. We'll be broadcasting that on ESPN+. Thanks for joining us tonight. Again, 60-38 the final. You've been watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.